What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today I'm coming at you with a Jeep update. We've got a lot of work done. There's still a good bit to do, but there's a lot done since the last video. Let's see, I'll go ahead real quick. We'll just jump straight into it. Other than the monsoon that hasn't quit outside for like 4 days. But we're gonna jump into the Jeep here. As you can see, we've got our battery. I've went ahead, I've got all of our wire links made, and the layout is going to be, as you've seen in the previous video, there's a panel, this panel right here that goes in front. The battery, which is a 70 amp hour Yinglong, this is the 235 groups, those are going to be straight across the back here. As you can see here in the back, we've got our Maxwell caps. I've went ahead and modified these bars to fit because we're going to have 4 runs of power coming off of this, 4 runs of ground. It's going to feed into the Maxwell caps and then off the caps up to the M5s. So we're going to have power coming from the battery straight back. It's going to come over to our SMD block. It's going to go from our SMD block back up into the amps. You see our holes here. We're going to have power, ground, power, ground, power, ground. It's going to alternate, so all the greens will be on one side. All the purples will be on one side. We've went ahead, we've floated the 2 mids and highs amps, and as you can see, we have a Hulk mask that has a LED in it. I'll throw that in now. And so we're gonna have a lot more LEDs, but that was just something that Doug's brother-in-law had made for him, and we wanted to incorporate it in here. But I think it's gonna look pretty cool. We're gonna be doing 2 distribution blocks on this side, and that's gonna feed these 2 amps up here. So we're gonna have a 0 gauge that runs over for power and 1 for ground, and then it's gonna loop back in and come back up to these just to keep everything hidden and kind of keep it symmetrical as far as fuse block on this side, distribution, so it looks more or less the same. Sorry, my hand keeps throwing the focus off. But as you can see, the back is coming along. Now that we've got everything pretty much laid out, it's time to go back and start fiberglassing and bondoing and getting everything ready for paint. It's not much longer. The biggest update I think is going to be on the inside. Zoom out here. As you guys can see, baffles are in, port is flared, side panels up here are made. Then we have these. This is full fiberglass. There's a step back. Oh shit, I gotta lay back. I'm gonna throw in a clip now of doing these so that you can kind of see exactly how I did it. But I took the same sonotube that we used in the back to get the form. This itself is also fiberglassed. And then this is a cubby hole that's in here. This is where the seatbelt, the reel for the seatbelt goes. I couldn't block those, so I took the sonotube, I went this way with it, and then I bent it back that way, and then I came this way. And then up here is where the top part mounts, so I took a little piece and went back that way. And then I went back with some foam, as you can see right here. We took the foam and we shaped it, and then there is 4 layers of fiberglass covering this. So I mean, it's plenty strong. And with that being done, the whole inside of the cabin on both sides is completely sealed off, top to bottom. I'm going to be making a panel that goes across the bottom here out of some plywood, or the same wood, plywood, pine wood, good wood, bad wood, whatever. Oh God. But we're going to be having a piece that goes across the bottom, and it's going to go over the tunnel, and then that'll just clean up the bottom. This part is going to be sprayed with the Raptor liner. But as you can see, we got our little flare going on there. That goes inside to our port. Everything is angled. Everything is braced. We ended up having to do the port. Had to do the port in 2 different pieces because it was where it was pre-made. I pre-made it because I wouldn't be able to get into the top to screw the port together once it was in there. I cut it down the center, and we put one side up and then put the other side up, and then rejoined it down the center with some adhesive, and then we put a 3/4 inch strip front to back and down. And then on the front where the port meets the baffle, it's got a 2-inch angle iron with holes and some PL adhesive to hold everything together. I have no doubt in my mind that this enclosure is solid as a rock. I do want to make another brace. The brace itself is going to mount in the center here, and then 45 down to the floor. I've got some 1-inch round tubing, pretty good thick wall. I'm going to make 2 flat plates, and then I'm going to weld them together, and then it'll be PL adhesive and screw to the baffle and then to the floor, so that'll reduce any baffle flex that there would be. My roof is peeing. Next, as far as the center console, we were going to make something, but where the e-brake and the gear shifter and everything, I'm going to go and we're going to modify the factory one. I fixed the lid. We're going to be wrapping this with some kind of Hulk material, just because that is the theme of the vehicle. And then we're going to Raptor line this. I'm going to make a piece that goes right here, because the e-brake goes down here. So I can't really like come over here and all this area because the e-brake wouldn't be able to go down. So I'm going to make a piece. I went and bought this little contour gauge. It's pretty dope. I don't know if you guys ever seen one. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. But, I mean, you can pretty much just take it and get whatever angle you want. So I'm going to make a piece that comes right here and out. And then we're going to have our USB. And I'm going to make a place for because he's got one of those. Let's see. Go over here real quick. As you can see, he's got one of these kind of bass knobs. So we're going to make it where the bass knob can just slide down in there and sit. And when he's like ready to go through the lanes or something, he can pull it out and hold it in his hand. But like if he's just sitting in demoing or going down the road, this piece isn't just flopping all over the place. It'll have a mount spot right here. So that's kind of as far as the center console. And then right here we got some plexiglass to go in that, and the piece that we got's a little bit longer, so I'm going to cut a piece to match this spot right here, and then it'll drill in and we'll put something right here. I don't know, maybe it'll just be a cover, but this is where the ashtray was. The clips, everything was broken on this, so we're just going to make a nice little cover to cover that. But that's an update on the Jeep. Appreciate you guys watching. It's definitely coming along. And I'm hoping within this upcoming week, we can start getting everything prepped and ready to spray. Hopefully by this weekend, everything will be Raptor lined the way that it's supposed to be and cleaned up. If this rain will ever quit and the fucking temperature will come up a little bit. But that's what we got. Appreciate you guys watching. I'm out.